I was looking forward to seeing all of you in March, but we are hopeful that this video can provide you with some of the information you need to begin preparing to have your child start kindergarten this fall. My name is Heidi Robb, and I'm the assistant principal at the primary school. Mrs. Emily Bonadonna is the principal, but I've been serving as the interim principal while she's been out on maternity leave. Currently, we have 13 sections of kindergarten. Here are some of the faces of our kindergarten teachers that you may see this fall. Marianne Pavone is our kindergarten grade level leader, and she was supposed to join us in March to help us with the presentation, but for now, she just wanted to extend her excitement to all of you as we're eager to meet our newest, littlest braves. At the primary school, we have 3 expectations. We are safe, we are learners, and we show good character. I wanted to share some pictures with you that show our students in action living these 3 expectations. You can see in this picture, our students have fun with an ABC center, in science and math, and learning how to read. The rest of the pictures will also show you the different types of activities you can expect your child to be engaged in as a kindergartner. At the primary school, we do have opportunities for families to volunteer in the classroom or for classroom events. Each student will have access to an iPad in the classroom. Typically, these devices do not go home, but rather are a learning tool used in the classroom. Play and movement are a big part of our kindergarten program. Although each class has a slightly different schedule, parts of your child's day will include morning meeting, which is a time to build the classroom community, English language arts, which includes reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Math, science, social studies will also be part of their day. Each day, a child will have one special, which is PE, art, or music. Kindergartners also have library time once a week. You will know in advance what days your child has each special so they can come to school prepared. Of course, every day, a child also has time for lunch and recess. We recommend that your child wear sneakers to school each day as the students are quite active. They must wear sneakers to PE, and we ask that you do not send your child to school wearing flip-flops or sandals. In addition, we ask that you send to school a bag with an extra set of clothes for your child labeled with their name. Hats are not allowed during the school day. This slide summarizes some information from our school nurses. If we were gathered for this presentation, you would have received some forms to fill out. One of the forms is a medical form that we ask parents to fill out with some information. In addition to that form, you will need proof of a physical. We understand many physicians' offices are not doing physicals or well visits at this time. We imagine we will have some guidance from the state regarding that, but for now, we understand that you're in a difficult time in order to get that paperwork. From the physician at some point, you will need the most recent physician's immunization record. Students who have not received the state-required immunizations will not be allowed in school. We ask that when you fill out the registration form, the emergency phone numbers you provide must be current and on. Our nurses will notify families of any significant injuries or illnesses. Students must be toilet trained at the start of school because teachers are unable to assist children with toileting. This is one of the reasons we ask that your child bring an extra set of clothing to school. A physician's note is required if your child is excused from PE and/or recess. It must also state when the child can return. If your child is absent due to an illness or any reason, we ask that you contact the school. That phone number will be given out as you start school this fall. We also ask that your child be fever and vomit free without medication for 24 hours before you can send them back to school. If your child needs medication given at school, you will need a doctor's written order and written permission from a parent or guardian. The medication must have a proper label and be carried to school by an adult. Cough drops and other over the counter medications also must go through the health office and require a physician's orders. We typically have kindergarten orientation and bus run for our incoming kindergarten students. This is such a fun time for families and students and for our teachers. It allows you and your child to ride the bus, see your child's classroom, and meet your child's teacher. If your child will be riding the bus regularly, on this day you will ride the bus with your child as a practice run, and then your child will attend this short orientation. If you will be bringing your child to school, you can still come to this orientation, but you can drive to school. At this point, we don't have a date for this event this year, but we'll pass that along as soon as we have that decided. Individual parent meetings and open house will be separate from this event. I also want you to note that the first day of school for kindergartners will be different than the rest of our students. Your Canandaigua City School Transportation Department is staffed with over 70 caring and familiar individuals. Your neighborhood parents and grandparents, brothers, sisters, aunts, and uncles, they're all driving our students and providing a safe, comfortable ride for your child each and every day. They genuinely care for every single child on their bus, and they implement every single day the knowledge of their ongoing transportation safety training. They're the highest trained drivers on the roads today. Annual New York State required student management classes and on the road exam in reviews make our staff great. I encourage you to take the time to introduce yourself to your child's driver and get to know them. They should be your first contact for any school bus behavior concerns you may have. You will receive transportation information that looks similar to this picture so that you have the details around your child's transportation. We ask that you have all plans in place for transportation no later than July 1st. This gives us time to schedule our bus runs so that certain buses aren't overloaded. It's also extremely important that you have consistency in your pickup and drop off for your child. We would prefer the same morning and afternoon pickup and drop off location all 5 days of the week, but if this is not possible, we ask that you limit the stops. In order to keep all children safe, we also ask that there are no last-minute changes to transportation. You need to plan ahead and call transportation, as well as send a note to the school for making any bus changes. Be specific with any notes that you send to school. They should include the full name of the child, the grade that they're in, their teacher, and the address of the change and drop-off. You will get a handout with this information once we are able to get registration information to you. An adult must be at the drop-off location to receive a child daily. Every child will have an ID tag on his or her backpack that looks similar to this one. You will receive this over the summer to put onto your child's backpack. This helps all adults on the bus loop and bus drivers know where your child should be on a daily basis. Kindergarten registration will look a little different this year than it has in the past. We will have a link on our website that will direct you to fill out a brief form. On our district website, you'll click on District and then School Student Registration, and you'll see a kindergarten registration button similar here on your screen. This link will take you to a brief form. That form will be due by May 8th. At a later date, you will receive all the documents you need to fill out for registration. If you do not have access to fill this form out on a device, we will have an opportunity in the future for you to pick up a registration packet and fill it out. At this time, due to potential contamination, we will not be handing out or receiving packets of information. So just as a recap, you will go to Canandaigua School's website, click on District, then Student Registration, then Kindergarten Registration. There will be a brief form for you to fill out by May 8th, and then in May, you will receive notification to fill the forms out electronically. Again, for families without digital access, we will have a time in the future to fill out the paperwork. Once we are able to be in school again, you will be contacted to set up a time to have your child screened. The school registrar may contact you about other forms or documentation you may need to bring to the screening. At the time of the screening, you will also get a school supply list as well as an application for free and reduced lunch. We are holding off on dates for screening because of the extended closure. If you have any questions, all of this information will be on our district website. Any questions beyond that can be emailed to myself at robbh at canandaiguaschools.org. Thank you for taking the time to watch this presentation. We look forward to meeting you and our littlest braves very soon. Take care and be well.